Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to start off by talking about the new event that dropped last night, and they also released the information for Trunks' Zenkai Awakening, and I wanted to go ahead and just kind of talk about that as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit that subscribe if you are new, hit that thumbs up if you guys enjoyed today's video when you're done with it, and let me know what you guys expected from the Trunks and how things went. Now, what I want to say is the overhaul for this event is insane, assuming you have the new characters. That is a caveat. By the way, if you're here for the breakdown, we're going to get to that in a moment, so bear with me or just kind of skip through. Assuming you have the new characters, the reason why is because, let me go ahead and just pull it up here, is because what happened on this event is the new characters are boost characters, and they're not your traditional 1 or 2 boosts. Like, they're insane. 15 boost here for Vegito, 10 for each of the other new Sparkings, and then 3 1-in-1. So the best team overall is going to be just these top 6, right? And I've got to a point where I've dropped like 600 Z power. I think that's my maximum. It is insane. Like, most of the time, you maybe would be lucky dropping like 40 for 10 stamina, right? With all the previous iterations of this. Again, the caveat is that you do need at least some of the new units. It's all RNG based. This one's 300. Sometimes it varies, right? But the max I got was 600. So the caveat, again, you need some new units. All right, so there's that. But like, if you don't have the new units and you're just forced to use these units, you're gonna have a really tough time doing this. So here's my little tip. I recommend basically 480 here. I recommend basically everybody farming this Trunks all the way till he is completely done with red stars. So I have 2 more to go, right? I recommend everybody do that, okay? Because he's going to be an incredibly good unit. Especially if you're like a free player or whatever, he is going to be an incredibly good unit that you're going to want to have, right? He's going to be really good, and we're going to go over his breakdown. But these types of units like this, especially if they're going to make the drops that good, that you have to do it. You have to spend the resources on it if you have it. You have to go for it because he's too powerful, too valuable, right? He's going to carry you. He's going to be very helpful, especially if you have Zenkai Kid Goku, which, can I just say, this is like 20 times better than Zenkai Kid Goku's farm. Like I said, the drops are not even comparable. The amounts are not even comparable. So in terms of what else you're going to need souls. So after you get the Sparking, obviously, Sparking Z power, you definitely need souls. So this stage drops souls. I'll probably wind up doing that just because there are resources here. And that leads me to the next point. If you are new to the game, when it comes to the exchange shop, these are your primary targets for the most part, your skip tickets and energy tickets. Why? Because they extend your ability to grind. Make sure you pick those up. And you also can technically exchange, but like with the drop rates, the way they are, this is not even worth it. These are not worth it at all. This is how things were, obviously, in all the other exchange shops. So that's why it's here. But like, assuming you have any of the new characters, literally any of them, there's no reason to exchange for those. But if you don't, then you probably still want to pick those up because your grind is going to be really tedious. Again, you need at least a couple to really, really make the most out of it. Now, in terms of the best medal stages, that's the last thing I want to kind of talk about before we get into the actual breakdown. So the medals, they're a little bit different, right? So the best stage is always going to be just the individual stage, just for the per energy, right? This stage here, you can only run once per day, right? Keep that in mind. The rest of it, though, is stage 2 is going to be the next best one here for the bronze medals. The first clear also drops 100, so that's really good. Let's see how things look. I can't do it, actually. I need to clear this. I'm going to have to do that later. Anyways, so the second stages are going to be the better ones in terms of the drops. Now, this event's really different. They had, in the previous iterations before they added this grid system, on those stages, there was like stages where you could farm 2 at once, 2 medals where you get like a primary one and then not so much of the other one, but you still got 2 at once. And like, they did different things with Legends Road. This is like the 3rd time or so they revamped the event. So I definitely need to go back and see how things look in here and how things are going. But that's basically it in terms of that medal. When it comes to the silver medal, again, the same stage is going to be the best one. But then, again, Chapter 7 is going to be the next best one, which is going to be this one. So here we go. So there's that. Again, that's just kind of how things go, right? And same thing for the gold. It's going to be the exact same way. The best stage is going to be this one. You can more or less find and do whatever you feel is necessary for yourself, but that's how things look, right? And this one is kind of just whatever. It's just a one-time clear for some crystals, so obviously you want to do that. But yeah, again, I think everybody should be picking up Trunks, so definitely don't sleep on that. But I do think it sucks that, like, for example, the new unit, well, the character like that you're trying to farm that they want you to have on your team only drops 1. He could have been like 5. I understand they want you to use like 10 and 15, and don't get it confused. Like, a lot of gacha games do stuff like this, right? But like, and this is certainly not new to Legends, right? But like, I feel like Trunks should have been more at least, right? Anyways, there's that. Let's go ahead and go over the breakdown, and we'll just kind of do a little bit of before and after for Trunks. And if you made it to this point, thank you so much. If you're enjoying, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Trunks is very special. Why? Trunks is the first ever ever transforming Zenkai Awakened unit. So Trunks is going to be really interesting to see how he works. So here it is, the information for the Zenkai Awakening for Trunks. He has, again, first transforming unit. This is going to be interesting. So the main ability beforehand, all it did was transform into Super Saiyan. The computer is going to be the pre-Zenkai. This phone is going to be the post-Zenkai, so I'm going to be bouncing back and forth. So all it did was just transform. It's still the same way. It's the same thing. They didn't add anything there. I was really hoping they'd add something else, like healing or whatever, but the most important thing I thought he needed pre-transformation was like damage cut or something, so we're going to get to that and see if that's in here. So the special move, Masenko, deals major impact, inflicts enemy attribute downgrade, plus 20% to strike damage received. By the way, if you want to see this, you can kind of just do it like this. I guess maybe I should do that. That probably looks better for you guys instead of having to bounce back and forth. It's easier for me for the computer, but I'll just do this. Anyways, so the difference is it went up by 5%. Okay. So let's look at the green card, the special skill, plus 20% to strike damage inflicted for 20 counts. Okay, same deal. Again, this is all pre-transformation, by the way, so this is going to get a lot better. His Z ability is Future and Legends Road Strike Attack. That didn't change. It's the same. But he does pick up the Zenkai ability for Legends Road only, right? Every Legends Road character gets these. This is why I said this is going to be very important, because we're going to get to a point where in about, I don't know if it's going to be like 3 or 4 months, but sometime soon, where all the Legends Road characters are going to be a viable team. Because Kid Goku's doing the same thing. They're offering all these buff increases. Like, the Legends Road team is going to be a real problem in the meta, and for a long time. They're giving them sustainability, right? You definitely want to pick this unit up. His unique ability, actually, for this one, I'll kind of go back to the computer. Inheriting the Will, plus 20% to damage inflicted per defeated battle member. Applies the following effects itself when an allied Gohan is defeated, minus 5 to strike arts cost, and plus 50% to key recovery. Literally, like, almost none of that was there. Plus 15, so it was plus 15 to damage inflicted per defeated battle member, and plus 30% to key recovery when a Gohan is defeated. That now jumps to 50. He even gets a reduction in strike card cost, which is actually pretty crazy in conjunction with the key recovery. And on top of that, though, the number goes up to 20, which is another 10% as a last man. That's crazy good. His previous unique was just 30% to strike damage inflicted when Gohan is a battle member. I said that's not good. That's not good at all. So they actually changed that. They got rid of it. Yo, let's go. It used to be Team Strike Attack Gohan up. Okay, this is a really good precedent. We could see a lot of this going forward. Bond between Master and Student. Plus 30% of blast damage inflicted if there's a Future or Legends Road character other than this character in your party. Can't be canceled. And plus 30% to strike damage inflicted if there's a Gohan battle member in your party and it can't be canceled. So they didn't literally get rid of it, but they changed the entire typing, gave it another effect. It's still here in some capacity, but there's that. So this one I said is not, I said this beforehand, but that unique doesn't really mesh super well with the one because you need alive battle members versus defeated ones. It's kind of whatever. Also, it's interesting they gave him blast damage. He's a melee unit through and through. Some of you guys probably try to balance him out. I feel like just min-maxing what they're good at. He's not going to be good at blast regardless. So let's see how he is post-transformation. I am excited. All right, so for this guy post-transformation, actually the Zenkai button's gone when you transform, so I have to use the computer for here. Special move Masenko, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 20% to strike damage received for 15 counts. That is the same, except again, it's just 5% stronger. So there's that. We take a look at the main ability. Draws a special move. I said this needed to get key, and it looks like it does. Okay. Beforehand, it was just draws a special move next, and then also 30%. This is just like whatever. He needs enough key to use it. So draw a special move arts card next. Restores own health by 20%. That's crazy. There's the healing. And key by 50%. Wait, hold on. Wait, did he not have 4 uniques, or did I skip it? I skipped it. Okay. Oh, hold on. These are brand new. These come with Zenkai Awakening. He did not have these beforehand. Plus 10% to strike damage inflicted by allied Future or Legends Road characters for 10 counts upon landing a strike or arts. Oh my god. Also, the team with him, LF, Vegeta, and like Yellow Trunks is going to be disgusting. There's so many like ally passive buffs on that trio, like specifically. This is crazy good. And Legends Road loves this. Legends Road's team loves this so much. Wow. And they do the same for blast damage as well every time he uses a blast arts hit. Wow. Oh, he has cut. Reduces damage received by 20% from battle start until transformation. That's good. He needed that. Like, all transforming units should have something. I'm really hoping that Shallot, when he comes out and as SSG, excuse me, they do something for his base form. Like, all transforming units need some sustainability pre-transformation. They just need it. And Shallot is now like the worst transforming unit in the game in terms of pre-transformation. I guess he always kind of was, but Trunks was not far ahead, right? Anyways, so here we are, back to what we were doing. That's pretty good. Good for him. So anyways, good. Unlock key form of attack. Plus 25% to strike damage inflicted by allies? Oh, he doing it like that, huh? It was just for him beforehand, and it was 5% weaker. So allies means he and everybody else. It doesn't just mean them and not him. It means everybody. Wow. That's crazy good. Okay, I like that a lot. Wow. Okay, these abilities don't change. Uniques here, plus 20% to damage inflicted per defeated battle member. Also, -5. That's the exact same unique pre-transformation as it is post. Same for this second one here. Plus 10% to strike damage inflicted by allied future or Legends Road. Interesting. So it seems that for transforming units, they're not going to really change their unique abilities that much. Well, I don't want to say that. Unless they already had different unique abilities. Like, a lot of newer transforming units already have different uniques, but if they were old like Trunks, they probably aren't going to change their uniques that much. Trunks is still a little bit of an anomaly. But his last unique, because it's completely pre-transformation, does change. So here is how it is now. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of counts elapsed after transforming. After 10 counts, he gets a damage buff that can't be canceled. Plus 25%, after 20 counts, excuse me, he gets a 20% cut. So he starts off with cut and defense. He loses it until 25 counts have elapsed after he's transformed. That's a 25 count window where he doesn't have the ability to tank. 40%, excuse me, 20 counts. I can't read. I literally can't read. 40 counts elapsed, plus 20% to damage inflicted. Okay, after 40 counts, he's getting 40% more damage, 20% more reduction. He's buffing allies with his green card, and each time he lands a strike and blast. His main gives him a blue card and powers it up tremendously. I think it was, what, 50%? Yeah, 50% of special move damage inflicted. Restores his health and his ki. The health restoration is very important because if you got caught in combos pre-transformation or after transformation when you couldn't tank that well at all or anything like that, this is good, man. Okay, so he's a character that's going to be better in actual usage, I think, than he looks on paper. But Trunks is a monster. He's actually really good. I'm just impressed by this because again, Trunks he's setting the precedent as the first ever transforming unit that gets a Zenkai Awaken. So it's really interesting to see how they handled this information. But Trunks is really cool, man. Like, I am excited for this. He had a lot of changes. He had some that weren't like that much, like the Masenko doesn't change that much, right? But he had some really impactful changes that are going to be very good. And like I said, Legends Road, when you pair him with this Kid Goku, it's going to be insanity, right? The last thing Legends Road needs in terms of like being a viable team, the downside is this Trunks really needs Gohans. And the only way to really do that on this team is by having this Gohan get a Zenkai. The problem is he's probably going to be like, what, the last one to get a Zenkai if they're going in direct order. But if they really want this team to be good, this is the next one they need to do. Like, the other ones are good, but he's the next one. I think Gotenks wanted being next, though. Gotenks can be good, too. But, again, Trunks really wants that. And this dude's passive buffs are so good. So, like, there's a lot of viability here, right? Legends Road could be really interesting in about 6 months where more than half of these units probably have Zenkais, right? So in terms of this, this is going to be a co-op grind again, so should be popping up like next Tuesday or whatever. So definitely make sure you take that time over the course of next week to get this completed. We'll be back for a live stream for that. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe if you are new. By the way, I want to just kind of plug this if you guys haven't. Go ahead and just scan my code on my new account here. Help your boy out. Have an awesome day, and I'll see all of you in the next one.